Hey guys, Toaster here. I cut a bunch of this out. Basically, it is a counter, and we're going up to the hill because we're top tier here. And so I just wanted to show you the game in my Panther, showing tactical retreat here. So you notice on the map, we do not have a lot here, but fortunately, I don't know why this light tank came up here and just gave his life, but he did. So we've got two or three guys down, really pushing our guys down, just down below us here. And so we're side scraping to try and make sure that we don't get pinned. And I see the T-29 is up here now. They've got a KV-2 who just hit me for a bunch of damage, and I'm telling combat we need to get out. And so he says, I'm tracked. But I say, that's fine, we've got great DPM. And so I think he should have turned around there, but at any rate, he didn't. And so I'm just trying to get down the hill and away. So in the meantime, this poor T-150 is going to die, and there's really not much I can do about that. So you notice I'm just trying to keep my turret towards the enemy and trying to see if we're safe. And for whatever reason, this KV-2 decides he's going to go up after everyone's died up there. You never ever want to do that. If you make the decision to go early. If you don't make the decision to go, then don't go. I mean, just don't do it. So the Panther M10 has got really high DPM, and I've got binos on this. So I wanted to get way down the hill, just in case I was spotted, and now I'm coming back to help these guys. I mean, it is nice that we have an E2 and a KV2 up there. That's going to slow them down. But here I am running into combat. This is a long game, so we may skip forward in some spots. I just rewatched it because it's been a while since it's been played. But this E2 made the decision to go up as well way too late. And so you're going to see the DPM here on this thing if we can pin some shots, but there's two of us, and I'm able to track that heavy tank number 6, and I retrack him. And so combat is doing the work on him, but I got spotted, so I didn't want to stay up there. There's a couple Arties, and that T-29 could punish me pretty hard. So as you can see, combat is really working these guys, and this position is very difficult to take because of all the cover. And with me having binos here, I'm going to outspot anything and everything. So the T-3485 comes up, combat's got to fall back, and I have a rear shot on this guy. Now, he did not spot me because his viewport was covered, and so I'm not sure if it's actually right at the start of the gun, I believe it's right at the where the gun meets the mantlet is where your spotting comes from. But at any rate, he was unable to spot me. So I'd like to take this T-3485 out, just due to the fact that we've got a lot of guys and we're in the corner of a map. And that happened just based on the fact that our team did not disperse correctly. They did not take the hill. But we're in tactical retreat, and I think we can make this work as long as we work together, and that's what Combat and I are doing. And so the enemy has made the decision to jump on cap, and we'll see how that works out for them. Not so well, right? So I decide that I need to go up and spot for this KV2, because if that T-29 gets down here, we'll kill him. But the problem is they've got an RD and who knows what else. that can fire on us. So we're just trying to line up a shot, and I don't really have a good shot. I'm not going to take that shot. But now, see that T29 takes a shot from the KV2, and then he also takes an arty hit. And at this point, I decide I need to push him, because I need to kill him so we can get this area up here cleared off, so that we can go ahead and get shots down on cap, because they only have 40 seconds till they're capped out. So for whatever reason, the T29 is kind of laser focused on somebody else, and Combat decides he's going to go spot the cap. So we're lit, but we have to take a chance here. We're down to 8 seconds, and so we're able to feather that shot in. This thing does have really good accuracy, so we're able to feather another shot in, and now the cap pressure is gone, and if that P43 BIS stays in cap, he's going to just get artied. So one trick you can use is, if you think you know where somebody is and they're on cap, you can always just shoot down on them and see if the cap counter goes down, and if it does, then you know that you're hitting them. So you may just be tracking them, but at least you're slowing them down. So the P43 thinks better of it, or he dies. I don't know which. And Combat spots this Challenger for me, and we're going to go ahead and make him pay the price. Challenger has a pretty good gun, and it's got decent turret armor, believe it or not, for a TD. So we're just going to leave him be. We get the damage that we can get, and I'm going to take a few blind shots because I have so much ammo in this thing. We're able to take out the T-34-85, which helps. But Combat died somewhere in there, basically. And so now it's down to just myself, a KV2, a Hellcat, and our arty. So at this point I want to take hill control, because if that KV2 does spot that Challenger, he's probably going to die, because he's got such a long aim time, and I want to make sure that I can get shots on him. So we're up to 2,600 damage. We've got 1,400 assist already, and that's not counting any blind shots that we might have. We've got 4 kills as well, so we feel like we've pretty well helped carry this game, and we want to finish it out for a win. So as soon as the Challenger dies, I know that I've got it, because I've got 750 health left. So we do happen to see the Challenger, and I don't know if that KV2 is using binos or what, but he does spot the... Oh, I guess maybe it was the Hellcat that spotted the Challenger. So I'm sorry I'm doing this late at night, because I could not sleep, and I figured I'd put out a couple of videos for you guys. I appreciate all the feedback I get from you guys, and we're just glad to be a part of the community. So I tell Combat, I'm just going to ram this VK, because we're heavier, we're fast downhill, and I want to kill him off quick so I can get a shot on the arty, because I have a chance at a top gun here. So we miss our shot, he does not, which good for him, and he rolls really high, 228. So he does a pretty good job of trying to back off, but he's in the water, so what's he gonna do? So we know now where the arty is. I've got 184 health left, but that's okay. The game is basically over, and I'm marking where the arty is, because I want to make sure that our arty is focused there. So we're able to get one shot on him, get a second shot on him, and I don't get my Top Gun because the guy ends up drowning himself, which I think should be severely punished by Wargaming. They don't really do enough in that regard. Because if you're drowning once in a while, so you take a big credit loss, that's what it ought to be. But if you're drowning all the time, like some arty players do, that's really frustrating, especially when you're going for your Top Gun. Okay, let's go take a quick look at the after action report, and we'll wrap this one up. Okay, here we are at the after action report. Of course, we got an ace tanker, we got a high caliber, we got a defender for defending the flag, and we also got a confederate for hitting 6 guys that somebody else killed. So we ended up with 3,100 damage and 5 kills. Too bad we couldn't get that Top Gun. 1,456 base XP. That is a pretty high base XP in this thing. Uh, we fired 44 shots. We fired a lot of blind shots. The shots in this are fairly cheap. We hit 30 and pen 24, and we also blocked 800 damage with our armor and did 1,600 assist. So 57,000 credits. You can see that the ammo resupply is very low. I mean, for firing 44 shots, that's very, very low. So one thing that you'll note is that myself and the Artie did pretty well. They always do on this map, but myself and Combat of the tanks, and then also the Hellcat did very well. And the KV2, I mean, he did pretty good too, 1,000 damage, and he helped us knock down that T-29, who was in a dream matchup. And so I hope that helps if you run into a situation where you're outgunned and outmanned and you can get away and hopefully get some shots from stealth. That's the way to go. We will catch you next time. I should have some more replays up probably through the weekend for sure.